I'm sitting with Alex Murphy from the band AM Reflection. Can you first tell us a little bit about yourself? You recently graduated from Rider, right? So can you tell us a bit about like your time at Rider, your major too, and kind of like your experience?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I graduated in May, although I didn't really graduate, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I have my diploma though, it's sitting right up there. If
Oh,
you can
nice, nice.
see.
Some proof.
So yeah, I was actually a biology major at Rider, but honestly, throughout my time there, I feel like I couldn't have had a better experience. Freshman year, I got to create the Rider pep band with a few of my friends. We got to set that up, put it together, and it's like still going strong.
Mhm.
I got to do research with one of my professors in biology. That was a lot of fun, and I learned like so much. Um, and then I was also in a fraternity. I was in Sigma Phi Epsilon. So I feel like I took like every aspect of college and just like did it, and it was amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, very a lot of involvement. Um, so kind of moving on to AM Reflection, how did this whole group get brought together? Was it something that happened at Rider through like your connections on campus?
Yeah, so during my last semester at home, um, I really wanted to. I started writing songs about like a few years before. And I really wanted to actually like sit down and like record something and actually make something I could put on, say, like streaming services.
Mm.
So during that time, I kind of just went to work and like wrote a bunch of songs, recorded everything, and was able to put it on Spotify. And I put it all under AM Reflection. AM Reflection stands for like anti-meridian reflection, which like thinking or like reflecting in the morning, since that's like a really big part of the music project. Is I think about my past a lot when I'm writing, and I try to be better for the future in a way. But it did start off as just a solo project.
Mhm.
um, but once I started recording and writing, I really thought like I want to be able to play all this stuff live one day, uh, because I have like lots of things like drums in my music and singing, guitar, bass, saxophones. Like can't all do that by myself. So I picked a group of people that I met throughout Rider. All of them still go to Rider or are graduates of Rider. And I got them together and said, "Hey, like let's form a band. Let's make AM Reflection a band." So in September, we finally got together and were able to do that.
That's amazing. Yeah, and that kind of leads into another question I have. Could you talk about, some of the members of your band and like their roles within the band?
Yeah, sure. Since you brought it up, I'll start with Ben, actually.
Yes.
So Ben is an amazing player. He plays tenor sax, absolutely incredible. I strive to sound like he does a lot of the time because I'm a sax player too. So he does saxophone and vocals. Then we also have Trevor Sullivan. He still currently goes to Rider. He does vocals. We have three vocalists because I
Nice.
also do vocals too, and sax and rhythm guitar. Then we have Joe Lazowski. He graduated in 2019 from Rider. He's the lead guitar player. We have Ethan Lane, another recent graduated with me. He plays drums. And I'm missing another person. Tyler Duell. Yes, Tyler Duell. He goes to Rider still. He's a comp sci major and he plays bass. I think that's everyone. There's
Awesome.
six people. There's a lot of people. Yeah, yeah, that's everyone.
Cool, cool. So kind of moving on to how you guys practice, like how does that work? Because you, like you said, you kind of started during a pandemic, so has that like
Yeah.
kind of impacted how you guys practice? I know it isn't like a huge group of people, but has that kind of impacted your live performance aspect of the band?
No, it definitely has. Um, there were we when we first originally met, like we got tested before that, but anytime like someone said, I guess there was like a scare or something like that,
Mhm.
we like unfortunately wouldn't practice. Like we would wait to see if one of the members like had COVID or something like that. It didn't happen too often. We were all pretty safe. and we only rehearse once a week on Saturdays, in a pretty open space as well. So it was never really like a huge concern. But the concern for live music was also was also something really big.
Mhm.
Um, I think we realized early on that there wouldn't be an opportunity to potentially play live for a really long time, and it was kind of longer than I wanted to wait. So I had the idea to start the or to do the virtual concert with a lot of the other artists from New Jersey, a lot of my friends, so we could have a chance to like actually come together and perform for a virtual audience.
Yeah, and that was just what I was about to ask you, if you could talk
Yeah.
to us more about this festival, how it came to be, and what audiences can expect from that.
Yeah, so this we are hosting the Broken Mirror Festival. It's called Broken Mirror because it's in reference to our first EP, the thing that I put out like all by myself on AM Reflection, which was called Mirror. But I wanted to call this Broken Mirror because we're kind of like breaking through the limitations that we faced in the past, and now we're trying to reach like new heights in a way, breaking through.
Awesome.
So yeah, we got together nine other artists from New Jersey. I think six of them are from Rider or graduated from Rider, which is I think is really cool. It might be more, can't remember. There's a lot. But with the festival, we we wanted to give ourselves a performance, like a first debut performance in a way, but we also wanted to give an opportunity to showcase the other like amazing local artists from New Jersey, friends of mine and friends of the band. Because there's a lot of people like making extremely cool stuff, but like it's really hard when you're starting out, or if you've
Mhm.
only been doing this for like a year or so. We were able to rent out like a clubhouse, I guess you could say, in the Princeton area, in our bass players neighborhood. It's like a big, I don't know how you say it. When I say clubhouse, it's kind of like a community center in a way.
Okay.
Like you walk in, it's like all made of wood. There's like air hockey and that kind of stuff in there, but you know, we and like a stage, and we cleared everything out. We set up lots of lights and all of our equipment, which was provided to us. Like we wouldn't have been able to record any of the audio for this festival without Eddie Tamanini. And he is a pop music ed major at Rider right now. Um, so he helped us out a lot with running sound for everything. Um, but yeah, we recorded everything on our iPhones, like all of the video, and the quality is honestly like really good.
Mhm.
um but everyone involved, all of the 10 groups including us, basically nobody sounds the same in a way. There is like a really huge diverse uh I guess diverse genres that are involved in the show. um we have one guy that came in and he's a DJ, right? So he's playing like and like live mixing like EDM music for his set. Like that was incredible. We have
Wow.
like bands, we have singer-songwriters. um who else we have? We have like an acoustic set. um and none of them sound similar at all, and
That's
I
really
think
cool.
that's the really cool part about this whole thing.
And did you say when that is happening?
Yes, so this is
Okay.
going to be streaming from the AM Reflection YouTube account on March 19th. We don't have a set time yet, uh, because the video editing isn't done yet, so we don't know exactly like how long it's going to be. But each of the people performing, they did like 2 to 5 songs. So, and they also had an interview as well, to get to know them more. But yeah, when the time comes, it will be streaming March 19th. That's a Friday, probably late afternoon into the evening. And through the live stream, as well as like coming out to support and like hearing new artists, we're also trying to donate to each of the groups. Like a group that one person might like a lot more, they have the option to Venmo the AM Reflection account. We have a Venmo for that, and like 100% of those donations will go to whatever artist that they want, basically.
That's really nice. Yeah, it seems like it's way more than just than you ever really realized. It kind of seems like it started with you and then it branched out to AM Reflection and now it's this whole festival. So that's really awesome to hear
No,
that. And that just seems like a great time. So I will I really hope a lot of people turn out
I really hope so too. If I could just say as well, the response that I've gotten from the artists was actually really crazy because they just kept telling me like how thankful they were that this opportunity was like presented to them and they could actually come and play live music again because
Mhm,
it's like been so long for so many people. Um,
mhm.
yeah. If you want,
Yes.
like I can talk about the COVID kind of stuff that we did as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To be safe with it. So how we set it up, basically no band saw each other in a way. Like we set the times, like one band will be here at this time slot, then you got to get out because the next one's coming, and we have to like sanitize everything. So all the microphones that people use, they were like singing into, they were all the same, but they had disposable like microphone caps on them that we like threw away after use, and we also cleaned off everything that like lots of people were touching in a sense. On the set, there were only four people working on the set at one time. So it was the band or artist, and then four other people like spread out, um, recording basically. So there was never ever like a crowd, I guess you could say, of people
Mhm.
in our space at once.
That's a really smart and efficient way to do it. So that's really cool to hear that.
Yeah, it was long, man. we
Oh,
did
I
it
bet.
we did it over the course of 2 days. So we did it
Mhm.
Saturday and Sunday of what was that? The 20th of February and the 21st. I think on the 20th Saturday, we got there to set up the venue at 9 a.m. and then we didn't leave until 11 p.m. Because we can't have people all there at once, just like
Mhm.
lined up ready to go. Like it wouldn't be safe enough. I
Yeah.
did forget to mention that everyone on set like got tested before or were vaccinated already.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great then. That's
We,
great to
we
hear.
did we did try to urge as many artists as possible to get tested, and
Mhm.
or if they were like vaccinated. Um, but we kind of like couldn't control a lot of that.
Mhm. Yeah, it seems
But
like you really took the safest route, and you really put in that planning and all those hours to really make this work. So
yeah,
that's really good to hear.
I can't believe how well it turned out in the end.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
That's great.
that's the
Yes.
show.
And that's really all I have to ask. If there's anything you'd like to add, you can just throw it in now. But if you're all good, awesome. Then we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me and talking about this awesome festival, this awesome band. Um, and just want to remind everyone again that is March 19th, um, afternoonish, not a set time yet, but
No set time, but thank
yes,
you so much for having me. I appreciate
no
it.
problem.